1974. And this tune, Jungle Boogie, brought Kool and the Gang their first taste of international fame.
Jungle Boogie, Jungle Boogie,
Get it on.
Jungle Boogie, Jungle Boogie,
Get it on.
Jungle Boogie,
Up with the boogie.
Jungle Boogie,
Up with the get down.
Jungle Boogie, Jungle Boogie.
Shake it around.
Music makes palatable the magic of mass communication for Kool and the Gang.
What we try to do when we go out to perform in front of a large audience, we try to reach the audience, where we can communicate with an audience. We feel that if the audience is vibrating with us, if we're feeding to them and they're feeding back, then we got a cycle of communication going. And we know that they're enjoying themselves and we're enjoying ourselves.
Hi, this is Billy Taylor. Through the medium of words and music, we're about to embark on one of the most spectacular stories in show business. It's about how a group of guys growing up on the streets of Jersey City merged their talents and ideas to become one of the world's most famous musical groups. This is Kool and the Gang. For Kool and the Gang, communication is the thing. They want to be certain that the audience gets something special from their performance. And the ingredient that makes their performance memorable is their ability to communicate. Listen to Robert Bell, better known as Kool, as he tells it.
The whole thing is communication. You want to make sure that the audience got something from what we have done, when we do a performance, that something they can remember us from, We try to communicate on a universal level musically. We always had in mind to really do a show that once an audience sat down, that when they left, they really felt that the show has done something for them in terms of their life. I mean, it really made them feel good as far as on a happy level, on the intellectual level, as far as what we have done. We're really still working on that, to really put a production together that can really, mean something to the people.
Higher Plane is one of Kool's favorite songs by the group. It's from their gold album, Lighter Worlds. According to Kool, it projects the lifting of the self to a higher spiritual plane. Let's listen. The year was 1967, and the streets of Jersey City, New Jersey, were where Kool and the Gang really began. Kool recalls.
Our roots actually is back into the jazz field. During that time, there was a lot of what you call Afro blues, Afro Latin. It was the time of Mongo, Tunji, and we were getting into a lot of rhythms. One of my first instruments that I really played was the bongos and the conga drums, sitting in the park on a Sunday afternoon beating the drums. Okay, so all the members live in the same neighborhood, and we kind of like evolved together, just by knowing each other, meeting each other in the parks, playing together, and we formed a group behind that. And the name of that particular group was called the Jazzy Acts, and we played jazz, so we was jazz addicts.
At this point, the group changed its name to the New Dimensions. A new musical phase evolved for Kool and the Gang. Tell us about it, Kool.
And the New Dimension brought in a lot of other things. We got involved with backing up other singing groups that was more into the R&B or the doo-wops at that time. And so slowly our music started changing, But we didn't last too long after New Dimensions, and we moved on. And we got involved with another organization, which was called Soul Town. And the name was Soul Town Review, and it was based on the same thing that Berry Gordy was doing in Motown. They were trying to start up a little Motown like in Jersey City. And we got more involved. We became the band, and we had to back up about 20 groups, at a particular show. And as that was going on, the music started changing. We started mixing what we're doing, in the jazz field, mixing it with the R&B at that time, and then the music started changing. Our sound started mixing from jazz to rock, and but we wasn't satisfied with that because that didn't last too long.
The evolution of Kool and the Gang continued toward the mark of eventual fame and fortune. Kool remembers.
One day we were working in a club in Newark, New Jersey, and one of the guys that was affiliated with the Soul Town Review was working the club. And at that time, like I said, we were still going by the name of the Soul Town Band. But one night we came into the club, and he made a poster and put it in the window. And the poster read, Kool and the Flames. And how he arrived at that, first of all, let me explain what Kool. Kool was a nickname that I had from the Jersey City, Lafayette area, the time where everybody was running around with nicknames, and I chose the nickname of Kool, or street name, or whatever you want to call it. And so he would always call me in the background, hey Kool on bass, it was just a thing with him, So he decided to make this poster up, Kool and the Flames. And he asked us how did we like it. We didn't have a name at the time. They were calling us the Soul Town Band, so we said, yeah, let's change our name to Kool and the Flames, because the concept that he had cool like an ice, and he had flames and fire. And the poster concept was like the fire was melting the ice and putting out the fire. That was a very good poster, and we dug it, and we became Kool and the Flames. All right, that takes it up to around the latter part of '68. We met a producer by the name of Gene Red. Gene Red had produced a lot of other groups. He was responsible for, at that time, he was working with the Parliaments. That's before they became Funkadelic Parliaments, and they were singing regular doo-wop thing before they changed over. And he was involved with Quincy Jones at the time, here and there. He was a pretty good, he was a talented musician, and he had done a lot of different things. So we worked with Gene for about a year, and we came up with an album based on what we did in the past and the things that we were involved in, which changed our sound to at that time, I guess you could still call it, as they call it today, jazz rock.
Kool and the Gang. Their music's an open sound, like a street sound. A sophisticated, funky blast with the horns on the bottom. I think that's the key to Kool and the Gang. It's a unique sound that gets into your bones and won't let go. It was 1969, the year they signed an exclusive recording agreement with Delite Records. Through 1974, they recorded 7 albums. Kool and the Gang Jazz. Kool and the Gang. Kool and the Gang live at the Sex Machine. Kool and the Gang live at PJ's. Kool and the Gang. Music is the message.
All right, let's have a little fun out It's all right.
Kool and the Gang. Good times.
What's happening, man? Good times are on my mind.
School is out. Summertime.
Good times are on my mind.
School is out and it's summertime.
Vacation time for the working man. People on the beaches playing in the sand.
Get down.
Getting up,
say?
and away.
I would say what brought us to international fame was back in the year 1974 with the album Wild and Peaceful. We had the hit Funky Stuff, Jungle Boogie, and Hollywood Swinging. And that really turned it around.
Can't get enough of that funky stuff. Can't get enough. I try of that funky stuff. I say whoa, 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 yeah. Get down.
Let's hear from drummer George Brown as he talks about Kool and the Gang.
Before we go on, I get super butterflies. You know, sometimes it doesn't happen, but I get super butterflies. You know, and my chops tend to feel. It's chops. I'm talking about hands and things, and they don't seem like they're in shape. You know, like a fighter. You know, getting ready to go out. And but once we start and the group winds up, all that leaves, and I'm not aware. I'm basically not aware of what the people are doing. You know, I'm not saying I'm not into the people. You know, I'm not aware of what they're doing because I don't close my eyes. I just playing. I'm playing drums. I'm aware of the music and I'm trying to put forth something. And I, 100% energy. So I think that accounts for why I'm not aware. That's the feeling. You know, it's here, but I'm not here. I'm playing music for you.
Listen to Ronald Bell as he tells us about Kool and the Gang.
The people out there, and you come out, and it's like whether you're gonna win, your audience, or you're gonna lose them. That's how I feel. I said, well, I'm gonna go out here, and I'm gonna win this time. So I have to work myself up. I'll, get into the spirit first, and then get this thing inside you. You say, well, we're gonna win this one. Especially when you got competition on the show. You really have to come up with something, because if the person or the people that were good before you, or the act that was good before you, and they have the people worked up to a certain level, so you have to take them from that point to a higher level, and it's hard to do that sometimes when you're following a good act. And I just like a general, because I'm the music director, so I have to
Coach.
yeah, I have to say, well, let me get this right. pay attention. It's like a battle, but it's a beautiful battle.
Kool talks about their live stage performances.
What we try to do when we go out to perform in front of a large audience, we try to reach the audience, where we can communicate with an audience. We feel that if the audience is vibrating with us, if we're feeding to them and they're feeding back, then we got a cycle of communication going. And we know that they're enjoying themselves and we're enjoying ourselves.
The Grammy Award nominee, Summer Madness, was in 1977 an integral part of the soundtrack of the Academy Award-winning movie Rocky.
One of my favorite songs is the one we did on our Lighter Worlds album, which was nominated for a Grammy Award back in 1975. That was the album after Wild and Peaceful. And Wild and Peaceful was a gold album, and also Lighter Worlds. Well, the song on there is called Summer Madness. And it was kind of a different hit for us, Well, not really different to us, but different to the audience, because we were doing things like that before we became Kool and The Gang. But we finally got to where we can get back around to doing something a little different. And surprisingly enough, it was accepted from our audience. Our new album is called The Force. And actually, the Force is a concept of what we did back in 1972, 73, an album entitled Wild and Peaceful. We have songs on The Force that's similar to Funky Stuff, Jungle Boogie, some of our biggest hits at that time, So The Force will be a concept of 1972 album, Wild and Peaceful. We also have a couple of ballads on the album and something progressive, which we try to put something progressive on every album, entitled Free. So it's totally a new concept, and we hope the people are ready for The Force.
this is George Brown again. And you know, we're very excited over the fact that Open Sesame is in the motion picture Saturday Night Fever and on the soundtrack album.
Come on, let's get down. Get right on down. Come on, let's get down. Get right on down.
Kool and The Gang, developing and still moving into new directions toward new horizons, upward to further stardom.